Friends, enemies, and internet losers, I have returned. Hello, my name is Baroness Cameron, and you are listening to Radio BSC on Podbean.com. I'm going to start off with the feelings of one of my favorite poets here, and there's a reason for this, I assure you. She walks in beauty like the nights of cloudless climes and starry skies, and all that's best of dark and bright meet in her aspect and her eyes, thus mellowed to that tender light which heaven to gaudy day denies. One shade the more, one ray the less, had half impaired the nameless grace, which waves in every raven tress, or softly lightens o'er her face. Where thoughts serenely sweet express how pure, how dear their dwelling place. And on that cheek and o'er that brow, so soft, so calm, yet eloquent, the smiles that win, the tints that glow, that tell of days and goodness spent, a mind at peace with all below, a heart whose love is innocent. I'm flying solo today, but that doesn't mean that we can't talk about love, or more specifically, perhaps all the things that get mistaken for love. Lust, obsession, guilt, pleasure. Let's start the show. So, welcome to the show. As I said, I'm flying solo today. My guest was unable to make it, so here I am. I was thinking about canceling, but I didn't do a show last week either, but that's because we had the barbecue, and I was going to do a show from the barbecue, but we all just figured it'd be easier to sit around and, well, get drunk. So, but today will be an all-local music show day, so this would be a good one to listen to on the podcast as opposed to the video. But I just want to start off with, the idea of love. And I said, how often? I said, it's you have lust, obsession, denial, guilt, and loneliness, which often gets confused for love. And then, I've always sort of, thought, that love being that sort of that longing, that intense ache that sort of rattles from your mind to your heart, sort of like gasoline in your veins. I once heard love described as, love is not how you feel when you're with a person. Love is how you feel when you're not with that person. Every waking moment is filled with the desire to feel her cheek, rub up against yours, or to, just feel her presence. Luckily for me, though, I haven't felt that way in 2 years, so I don't have to worry about it. Me, I'm just obsessed with this Goth model that I don't even know. So there you go. But for those of you who are in love, have at it. For those of you who aren't in love, just remember that for the genitals, there's always masturbation. And for the soul, there's always music. So let's play something. This is Tombstone Eyes by No Horses. That was the Jolts with Drop Dead Girl. Before that, we had Blackout by the Pack AD. And before that, we started off with Tombstone Eyes by No Horses. Now, before the break, well, that wasn't a break. I guess that was music, wasn't it? But as I said, we were talking about love. Well, I'm talking about love. There's nobody here. So I'm talking about love. Here we are. There you go. And I'm just rambling because I decided not to script this show either because I was just kind of bored. So I just have some notes that I made while drinking beer the other day. So there you go. Now, just a little side note, if you're wondering out there in video land as opposed to radio land, because in radio land you don't care because you can't see me, you might be wondering why I'm wearing sunglasses. I'm trying a new camera angle here, and the only way I could light it was to have two lamps blazing in my face, so I honestly cannot see a goddamn thing without these sunglasses on. I'm not just trying to be cool, because we know how often that succeeds for me. So, love. There are different things to love. Like the love of my life is music. Like, I joke that basically for genitals there's masturbation, for the soul there's music. Like for instance, I love Hunter Thompson, the print here behind me. I also love the fact that somebody just dropped it off my house and left it. That was even cooler. But text, you can love text, but you can't really feel text. But the thing is, text can sometimes feel you, and it's the idea that an empty notebook will always listen to you. It won't judge you, and it won't. It won't betray your secrets unless, of course, you leave them out somewhere to be betrayed. so yeah, you can text can help you work through these things. And as I said, you got to make sure that it's love, because I'm a firm believer that you cannot be in love with a person who does not love you, or has never loved you, I guess to say, because it's sort of a two-way street, right? And it says before you have lust, obsession, denial, guilt, and loneliness, which all sort of parade around as love, but are actually sort of cleverly clothed wolves, if you will. One other thing about love, before I stop rambling on here, is that I firmly believe about love, is the fact that love can fade, love can end, but love cannot die. When someone you care for is untimely ripped from your grasp, the love remains. Any physical bond, of course, is gone. I mean, the bridge between you is no longer there, but the love never dies. With that being said, this is the Hotel Lobbyists. That was The Manipulators with Death Rattle. Shake Your Death Rattle. Before that, we had Thieves of Memory by Parlor Steps. And starting that set off was Dahlia by the Hotel Lobbyists. Now, speaking of love and the Manipulators, I love the Manipulators. I love all the music I'm playing today, but the Manipulators are sort of they're sort of my thing right now. They're probably the best at what they do. Well, that's a bit of a bold statement. So go check them out and prove me wrong. But no, as I said, I just to know them is to love them. That's sort of the thing. So onward and upward with this whole love thing. What else can you love? I love my hat. But the thing is I usually wear my Gonzo hat, and I realize how ridiculous it is to have a blogging hat, but I can't find it right now. So I'm wearing my writer hat, which was given to me by a woman who was the love of my life. Well, it still sort of is. But, she also she gave me the hat one Christmas, and then she also gave me an antique typewriter for Christmas one year. And it said nothing, absolutely nothing, says love like a 1930s Underwood Noiseless. Let me assure you of that. So yeah, he said you can love pretty much anything. Just make sure that it is actually love. I said, look, okay, here's the deal. What I need you to do is, I'll give you, I guess apneatic.com is the website. It's a Goth fetish model, goes by Apnea. And as I said, her face just kind of floated across my screen one day when I was checking out some blogs, and like, ding! It's an eye thing. And I just go check it out and let me know if I'm just crazy about this, because it's really kind of fucking me over. Needless to say, she's cute. But the thing that's really kind of neat about the whole Goth model thing is not only are they cute, but they come across as being quite dangerous. You get the impression that there's not one of these girls that couldn't just severely kick your ass if they decided to do it, which I don't know if that's a thing that I should talk to a doctor about. I don't know. But there you go. The other thing is, I forgot what I was going to just say. Doesn't matter. Women, that's right. Okay. On my Facebook, Baroness Cameron on Facebook, if you want to add me, there you go. I did one of these quizzes today, and apparently the thing that stands out most for me when I'm looking at a woman is the boobs, which, as I said, I didn't really need a quiz to tell me that. And this whole thing sort of sparked a little mini debate on my page as to, whether that was objectifying women. And I sort of half-heartedly said in my own defense that it comes down to body parts in the amount of a tie break, because, yes, I do love boobs. But at the same time, you can't sit down with boobs over a cup of coffee and chat about good music. Another thing about women, how is it that in the 70s, the whole love song thing, you couldn't actually sing a love song without sounding like some sort of just drippy wimp? Which is what I love about these next three bands. Is the music that they play is all sort of based on a pre-70s sound. And so when they sing about love, and when they sing about women, and when they sing about women they want to love, they don't sound like a bunch of little wimps doing so. This is the TVs in a trance. That was the Transmitters with Teenage Tragedy. Before that, we had the Parallels with Two Arms to Hold You, and starting off that little set was the TVs. Were the TVs? Was the TVs? Does it matter? I don't care. Love. Okay. You know what else? You can love your pets. I once heard a comedian say it's okay to love your pets as long as you don't love your pets. But one thing I would just caution about these days, people are talking about, well, my dog or my cat is my baby. That's okay, but I just want to give you this gentle reminder that animals are generally what is concerned to be a lower species. And so, if the only thing you can have a meaningful emotional bond with is an animal, you've got problems. Okay, so speaking of meaningful emotional bonds, I do actually have them. I do have friends. I love my friends. I don't love my friends. Well, a couple of them I have in the past, but getting back down that road is like trying to get into the U.S. without a valid passport. So we'll just drop that one right there. But no, as I said, that's probably about it. Right, I'm done rambling about love. I just wanted to let you know that I'm not jaded. I'm not evil. Or perhaps I am. But if you want to be on the show, send me an email. It's baroncameron@shaw.ca. If you know someone who'd like to be on the show, just tell them how they can get in touch with me. I didn't mean to finger the video audience there. It was just a thing. Check out apneatic.com. Write that down here somewhere. And let me know, am I crazy or is there actually something going on with that girl's eyes? Excuse me, that young woman's eyes that has ensnared me and now I'm under some fairy curse or something. That is about it. We are going to leave you with some last music here. Some good old straightforward rock and roll pieces. We are going to play a song by the Belladines. Well, actually, we're going to finish up with the Belladines. We're going to start off here with the Stumblers In, another band that I'm very, very fond of. Even though I keep missing Al's barbecues. It's nothing personal, Al. It's a long way for me to go. So we're going to start off with the Stumblers In, a song called Heading Through the Mountains. After that, we are going to have the Cadaver Dogs with a song from Prize Social called Shitstorm. I figured if you're going to talk about love, you might as well throw in a song called Shitstorm. And then we will finish up with the Belladines. It was a short one today, but as I said, I was flying solo. Next week, I will actually have a guest sitting in that chair over there. Hopefully, we will have found a way to arrange the cameras so that I can see without these goddamn sunglasses on. I do actually have eyes in there somewhere. It's just hiding. And so that's the show for today. So hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all next week. Bye.